Well, okay, so if you have a mom that owns like three nail shops, she's going to try to give you one at the age of 16. I didn't want it. Then she tried to give you one again. And by this time, I'm like 23, 24.
So after
And
high school,
Teresa, yeah, this is
after
out
high
of school
school,
already. And I have Sebastian. So all I have to do is just pay her back for the money for the nail shop. I'm like, why not? I I slowed down on the fighting part, but I was still going out and partying with my girlfriends and stuff like that. Um, so I did nails, and then I just got sick of it. After 10 years of doing nails, I got sick of it. So I did come into the sport pretty late. Like
how old were you?
I started training like 27, 28.
Okay, so wait, what got you to even know about it? Who got you
Uh,
in?
well, after I sold the nail salon, I moved to Myrtle Beach with Sebastian, so Sebastian could be closer to his dad. And so my only friends was Sebastian's dad and his fiance. Okay, so I'm the third wheel. They took me out to an MMA fight. I didn't want to go. I didn't even want to go. I didn't want to see two naked half guys in the cage being barbaric. It is so unclassy. Yeah, I put that foot in my mouth. So then, like, these two girls came out. I was literally just drinking and mingling, meeting people. I wasn't even watching the fights. Uh, these two girls came out at 115 pounds, and I was like, whoa, they do this for females at 115 pounds? I thought they were only like, like Butch Dykes, and I thought they had to be a heavyweight. I did
Mhm,
not know there was weight class. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it right now.
mhm.
Like, I ran up to Luke and I was like, Luke, I want to do this. I want to do this. And he was like, you know what? This would be perfect for you. He knew me since I was 18. We're now 10 years older now.
Mhm.
Okay. I dated him when I was 18. He was 19. We had Sebastian when I was 21. So now that we're adults, he's engaged to a girl named Kim. They're taking me to an MMA fight. It was the first MMA fight in South Carolina because it just got legalized. So that's when I was like, oh my God, I need to do this. So then he got me into a gym because he lived there for a while now. He knows people. Got me into a gym. And then 3 months later, I was just begging my coach to get in. I just want to go in, just put me
Wow.
in. I won my first fight. Yeah. And
So,
it looked like shit though. There was like 3 months of training is not enough. But I won because of aggression. I won because aggression. If you don't have techniques, if you don't know karate, you better know crazy. So there you go. You gotta have one or the other.
did you come up with that?
I've said that like once or twice before.
I'm gonna start using that.
You should. I should get it padded.
That's a good one, a really good one.
Yeah,
So wait, so you're training for 3 months, you said, right?
3 months.
What
So,
what what did you train? Like how many hours a day? What kind of like training did you do?
so when I first started, it was like 1 hour a day, and it was like, you're just getting into it. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You're learning boxing because MMA is everything,
Yeah.
And all I did was just stand up boxing, and I love hitting the mitts. I didn't even know how to throw a kick yet. I definitely was still. I think I was still smoking a cigarette. I remember getting a phone call like, "Hey Andy, can you fight next weekend?" And I literally like put down the cigarette. I mean, I cut back.
Yeah.
And I was like, putting it down. I was like, sure. And then I was like, ashing it out. But I still won. I was tired of shit, but then I still won. And that's when I realized, like, I really got to quit smoking cigarettes.
And were
So
you
I quit.
thinking about like really going pro at that time, that early in
No,
your mind? No.
no. I was thinking it was like a new hobby. So my hobby before was like shooting pool or something. But yeah, for fighting, it was like a hobby. I didn't think about turning pro until I didn't realize I got my foot in the door so fast. There were hardly any girls in the sport at the time. And then when you have the looks with it just, I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. Sex sells. If
Mm.
you're an attractive girl, it's going to push you in through the door a whole lot faster. So then I started getting sponsorships. Like people wanted me to wear their furniture brand on
Hmm.
my gear or something. That was the first one I ever had. And I just thought that was kind of weird that somebody noticed me. And I'm like, I already like getting sponsored, you're getting paid as an amateur with the banner, just all that. All
Hmm.
you have to do is just wear their logo. So yeah, I started charging $500 for a logo, or
But
like
that wasn't enough to to quit working at the nail
No,
salon,
I was
right?
still doing nails. When I moved to Myrtle Beach, I was still doing nails
Yeah.
part-time. Yeah.
And then, so how did it escalate in terms of the training and how many hours you were spending at the with the training?
Okay, so I started doing some training. Then I started traveling, cross training, because I was doing really well in my gym. And if I'm like the best one in my gym, I'm not getting better.
Yeah.
Like if I was just beating up on the girls and they're not even an AMI in competition, then I had just had to travel. So then Sebastian's dad, Luke, was like, why don't you let Sebastian live with me and you just start training full time and just go. You're not getting younger. So he did say that to me. And I was like, are you sure? And it was hard to do. I saved about $6,000 or $7,000. And then I moved to Louisiana and trained with Andrea Lee. She's now in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started training full time. So that took up from it went from
how did you
hours.
find Andrea?
Through social media.
You just hit them up, and how
Well,
does that work?
You start being friends with people on Facebook. It was
Yeah.
Facebook. And then Andrea and I both got signed to XFC.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a professional league, but I wasn't ready yet. I told them I wasn't ready yet. I needed at least 2 more years. And I found her name. Then I found her on Facebook. I added her because she beat one of my opponents that I lost to. So I want to know what I did wrong. I want to go back to what did I do? I felt like I trained my hardest and I should have won that fight. So when I cross-trained with her, I knew a lot I thought I knew a lot. There was so many holes in my game. There were so many things that I did not know. We took training to a different level. We would train 4 hours a day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. There was strength and conditioning. There was so many other things. I had no idea. Like you're doing a 1 hour a day thing every day. That's not enough. I didn't realize that wasn't enough. It's just, yeah.
Were you still partying and smoking at the time?
Anything. No, there's no partying. There's no partying. I fell in love with, I love sleep. I just love to sleep. After you get so sore and so worn out, I just care to sleep. I didn't even, no. I was in bed by 9. I was in bed by 9 every night. I just wanted to improve, and I just wanted to fight, and it was worth it. It wasn't worth partying, because if I partied and I had to go train the next day, I would throw up.